Okay, guys, I was thinking of sharing daily the personal divine love reading that I do for myself. So, um, just to, especially like during the winter and stuff, people are more isolated. Just so, to touch base daily, I'll try to make sure to remember to share them. I usually do a reading for myself each day, one. And sometimes, depending on the energies, I'll do several. But because sometimes that's just how some days are. Some time periods is just a lot of shifting just throughout the day itself. So yeah. So just to be a little bit more intimate and personal and touch base daily, there's no like contractual agreement here or anything, but yeah, I want to try to attempt to do that on a daily basis. So I'll share the cards that. So what came out, and then nothing else wanted to come out. So I'm like, okay, that's it. I think it was the Ace of Swords, definitely with the Ten of Wands. So that's great. So it's like Ten of Wands, the pressure of something that wasn't clear mentally. Okay, with that Ace of Swords, because they both came out together. And I can't remember. Was it the Queen of Coins? I think it was the Queen of Coins, which I'm Capricorn. I believe that's what it was, but I can't remember. But just the main thing was that Ten of Wands and Ace of Swords coming out together. That was a really good, clean, refreshing, and I felt that yesterday. And I made a little video of it, actually. Yeah, the sun's just coming up. We had a pink ball of light in the sky that was, it's like, yeah, it's light pollution. I live in Grass Valley, it's a tiny little town. Okay, there's no light pollution here. And it was pink all night. Sometimes it's white, sometimes it's pink, sometimes it goes from white to pink to, so anyway. It was kind of cool because that rose pink dragon came in. And then that's happened several times, but just the fact that it happened the night when I was burning that rose colored candle and the rose pink dragon card came out. So anyway, yeah, so let's share the cards. I thought there was something else. Oh yeah, when the Ten of Wands with the Ace of Swords came out, so those came out together. I kept shuffling, and I was like, okay, I guess no more cards want to come out, and it's ready to, because I kind of do that before I lay a spread, just to like confirm things that I was already feeling, and then see if they come back up and stuff. So anyway, that's my process, and that's what works for me. And so no more cards wanted to come out, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm done shuffling. And when I was done, there was I believe the Magician and like Two of Cups, I think, or something like that. Or it was the Magician and Magician and something that made me feel like, oh, okay, manifesting love. I can't remember the card now, but what the message was, the manifesting love. Because as cards come out, I'm checking the top and bottom, okay, and then I keep shuffling, and then I check the top and bottom when another card comes out, so it's, But basically, okay, so I remember the message, but not really specifically the specific card all the time, so let's just show these. Take a sip of my coffee. I'm using my man mug. I used to get these from the thrift store for whatever reason. They would have these at the thrift store a lot for like $1, right? So I used to gift them to my boyfriends for driving in the car, They still kind of slosh a little. You gotta, have it, kind of down here lower. But anyway, it keeps it nice and hot because it just has a little spout. So This little foam on the bottom. Yeah, yeah. So when I got all the cards together, shuffled, I was getting ready to lay the cross spread here. The High Priestess wanted to come out and guide the reading, so I said, oh, okay. So go with your intuition with what comes up. Go with your first initial gut intuitive response. So, I was Japanese in a past life. That's why I like to slurp a lot. So, okay, so High Priestess, and that represents Pisces. Yay, what's up, Pisces? We love our Pisces. Family. Okay. Oh, and there was something I was going to say about Pisces, because this is a trait that I've learned. Okay, Pisces can seem like they're spazzing out, but it's only because they know some shit. And nobody else knows some shit because they're not as psychic as Pisces. Even Pisces may not understand why something's bugging them, because they just know in their subconscious. They just know some shit, okay? Pisces knows some shit. Like salmon, okay? They just know where home is, and they just know some shit, okay? So, it's interesting how I've seen that play out a lot with Pisces. Is like everyone will look at them like they're spazzing out like that, but they're tuned into something that other people can't really tune into because it's High Priestess, okay? And then it usually all comes out in the wash, doesn't it? And then people eventually, and you know, that doesn't mean they're going to be like, oh, you were right, oh, I'm sorry for calling you crazy. No, they'll probably just, you know, some of them will still just be like, yeah, you're still crazy, whatever. But see, I know Pisces very well. One of my oldest, bestest friends, I've known her since 6th grade, okay? And we've had, so they just know things on a deeper level, okay? And the more of the, because it's very family and it's very knowing, and it's just like, if there's some infiltration in the family, they gonna know it. And even if they look crazy to other people, it's just because they know some shit that ahead of time, okay, and at a deeper level than a lot of people, and because they're water sign, right? So, but anyway, just, you know, shout out to my sister Robin, because she emailed me, and so that's kind of, that was coming in when I was tuning into some Pisces energy, and so I thought that applied to what was going on with you recently, so. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right, if you're watching, Robin. Okay, so, sister, Robin. Okay, so 8 of Cups. This is walking away. So this is my personal one that I did this morning, having my coffee and getting, you know, I'm a shamaniac. I'm a shamaniac. I drive a Pontiac. Okay. So this is walking, that just came off the top of my head, and so all credit where credit's due. All glory goes to God. I'll take the shame and blame for all the bad stuff. All right. Because I don't have a problem with it. This is walking away. This is going with the flow. I'm really getting going with the flow, even though 6 of Swords is kind of like that card, but this is really like emotionally just letting yourself, it's like free thinking, okay, but this is like free feeling, okay, and this is a lot of times when we're doing healing work, this is what we have to do, is let our emotions go where they flow, and you know, check out the scenery as we go, and see what we're supposed to gain and what we're supposed to leave behind. So this is walking away from things that no longer serve you, whatever it is, but it will require, because it's cups, it requires an emotional detachment, okay? So left brain masculine, 10 of Cups. I think this might have been, no, was it the 2 of Cups? Yeah, I think it was the Two of Cups. It was, yeah, because I was like, no, because that's on the bottom this time. But no, yeah, so that was when the Magician, because it came up again over here. So when I was done at the end, it was, because that's why I was like, why was I thinking manifesting love? It had to have been Two of Cups, and I know it wasn't the Lover's card, so, because Ten of Cups is like happy family, love, and all that, so I think it was Magician and Two of Cups when I was done shuffling. So that's manifesting love, and then here's Ten of Cups on the side of the masculine, the left brain. Logic is thinking about happy family. Aww. So I should have went down the center. So Eight of Cups, crowning. So that's what's on your mind, is this walking away from things that no longer serve you, that requires an emotional detachment, okay, because it's Eight of Cups, water. So Queen of Wands is at the center heart of it, and yes, she is that abundant. This is a woman who's generous, loyal, because it's abundantia, okay, it's very abundant, this Queen of Wands. She's very creative. That's why she's very abundant. So she's very generous. But she's loyal. This isn't just frivolous and generous, like just depleting your energy. Even though she's got a lot of it, she's got a lot to give. She manifests. She's a master manifester. And that's right at the heart core of it. And then so that was Queen of Wands. This is Queen of Cups. So it's kind of like that weekly reading where it's like the masculine wants to now engage with the elements through the right brain, the feminine flow. And actually that's the only way to do that, is to be in your right brain in order to engage with the resources of Gaia and tune into that vibration. You have to be in your right brain. So this is Queen of Cups. This is water, water of water, because it's the Queen, which is water, and it's cups. So it's water, water. All right, lots of water so far. Eight of Cups, Queen of Cups. But these elements of Mother Nature, okay, tuning into this great force that is the earth, you have to respect her, okay? And this is what this dragon, the dragon medicine is all about, okay? It's about the fire, it's about the blood, the fire in the blood, the electrical current of the blood. This is the thing that makes us who we are. So as far as living out our existences here on earth, okay? So queens of fire and water. The Queen of Fire is, Queen of Wands is water of fire, but water comes first because it's the Queen, so it's water of fire. And then water of water, Eight of Cups, Ten of Cups, lots of water, okay? Maybe it's the water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, which is my moon sign. I'm like, what's the other one? So, Magician. This represents Jesus, Sananda, Thoth, Mercury, Hermes, Aquarius, Apollo. So the Magician is the master manifester. Okay, that's the major arcana. And then we have Queen or King of Wands. They're also master manifestors. Okay, especially the Queen, because she's using the water and the fire. And that's steam, baby. That greenest steam of between, the betwixt, the emerald, the throne of God, the rainbow. Okay, you know. So the Magician with, oh my gosh, it's like the Magician, Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords, so that came back out. So the Magician came out, Ace of Swords came out, so that came back out. That's why I do that. I think the High Priestess, that came back out, but she flipped out, wanted to, yeah. So that's very clear, precise thinking, really just getting your information straight from source, straight from God. Pure, uninfected, just not manipulated by man, not just, no distortion, no interference frequencies, just information downloaded, DNA upgrades and activations and cleaning out your DNA and your whole body. So it comes from getting this information from source, and it comes from light, and that's why they want to blot out the sun. So anyway, Ten of Cups, Magician, Ace of Swords, all so excellent. Oh my. And then Judgment, I'm like, oh, of course. And the next card that came out was when I was doing my side, and it was the Star card. So that's very much the Holy Spirit. Okay, the Archangel Gabriel, the Holy Fire, Ruach HaKodesh, Judgment, healing. Okay, facing all your demons, facing everything. Good, bad, sorting it all out. Healing, it's major arcana, so this is assistance from the angels. Team benevolence, assisting you, guiding you, protecting you, showing you things, helping you, ushering you along down your path. We're not doing it alone, okay? In the 3D, yes, but in the spiritual realm, even the darkness, okay, we utilize that for our greater good, for learning, for, you know, like a double agent. We go into the darkness, we get all his secrets, we spy on the devil, and we go tell everyone what he's doing. That's what Archangel Gabriel does. He sees what the devil's doing, and he goes, and the devil's like, what the fuck? Just be quiet, just be quiet, and scatters off, right? Because that's all you got to do is stand in your truth and declare it out loud through your mouth that God gave you. You declare your dominion over that space of that here and now, wherever you go. You claim the authority of God. And all lower vibrational entities, have, you want to call them demons, whatever, they must flee. It's all spiritual, it's all energetic, okay? The lowest expression is the physical. So this is just like Archangel Gabriel, hello, he always has to show up. And you know what he's responsible for? The sacral chakra, which governs the sexual organs, which Scorpio is related to the... yeah, anyway. Okay, so my side. Strength card. And interesting, so when I'm pulling out the center chunk, when I divide the deck in my hand, the Sun card was sticking out. And I just got done watching a Capricorn reading from... she's great, she does angel cards, and I think she's Catholic, but it doesn't really matter. I just love that she loves Jesus and, you know, Mary and all that. So I put the Capricorn one for January in my Twin Flame Flicks playlist. And the Ten of Cups and the Sun card came out in that reading. So it's interesting. Here's the Ten of Cups, and the Sun card was kind of sticking out when I pulled the center chunk out. So that, why I'm saying it now is because that relates to the Strength card, because the Sun card is, the Sun governs Leo. So, and the Strength card represents Leo. So the Sun card and the Strength card, that Lion of God, Lion Heart, so they're related. So interesting that, so here's Strength on the side of the Divine Feminine, on the right brain. Okay, so in this deck it's the 8. In some decks it's the 11, and Justice is the 8. So sometimes they're flip-flopped, Strength and Justice, 8 and 11. So, but this one, yeah, that's 8. So, then we have the High Priestess, which is 2. We have, 8 of Cups, that's another 8. And 10, Ace. Good, just good solid numbers. What's Judgment? That's 20, so that's another 2. So 2 2s. The Magician is a 1. 10 of Cups, that reduces to a 1. So a couple 1s, couple 8s, couple 2s. And then the Star card, that also reduces to an 8 because that's card 17. So we have 3 8s, right? And then a couple 4s. So good, solid, balanced, even numbers, right? Very, yeah, just balanced within the self and between partnerships. And so that's the Star card. That's being led by your higher self. That's the destiny, the visionary, going with your higher guidance. Okay, so over here with the masculine, with the Magician manifesting, if you want to manifest, it has to be through love, the full love of the 10 of Cups. And then Archangel Gabriel, he's got that fire, right? So it has to come from pure intention, that Ace of Swords, purely straight information, straight from God, and very just all love, okay, truth and love, and that's how you're going to be able to manifest. And Archangel Gabriel will assist you with that. And he will assist you in the discernment and the clarity of your manifestations to make sure that it's all love and it's all clearly, divinely guided from information directly from God, from Source Creator, okay? Not because Archangel Gabriel, this is major arcana, he's not going to let any he's not going to let any manifestations happen, okay? He protects the feminine. Well, it's an energy. It can manifest as masculine or feminine because it's spiritual. But see, we have to have a 3D picture of it, so it'll manifest however is most relevant, okay, depending on the messages. So I've seen Archangel Gabriel, well, in the one dream where he activated the sacral chakra, I feel like he was male. I feel like it was male, but I didn't see him. So I would say 2 times out of the 3 he was male, and 1 time with the warning, it was all telepathic. But the other time when he was male, it was more of, seemed like more of an activation. There was no telepathic communication. It was like silent. It was just energetic activation, you know, and the sacral chakra clearing that he did in that one dream that I shared, where I was in the bitch car of the motorcycle, and so. But then the one time where he appeared as a woman was when he warned me and said I alerted the AKE, and I had to go research what that was all about because I questioned what that Google warning was about, because it was right after I posted the first chemtrail thing that was on Google Plus. Wasn't even on my channel, but I was guided that day to turn. Something in my spirit said turn around, and I did. Right when I left the house, it was just like I had walked across my neighbor's house. It's like one house away from my house, and I was like, had to turn around, and then I saw the plane with the chemtrails and stuff and recorded it. And then I didn't see while I was recording it, but when I played it back, it had like a purple film kind of over the video. So I was really getting Archangel Michael, Saint Germain, and this area where I am, Saint Germain, okay, and so these are, and the Saint Germain Fund and all this stuff I was learning about, I'm like, what? This is some real stuff? Because something just said Saint Germain. I was like, because I saw that purple and I was like, whoa, Saint Germain. And then I was getting a lot of Archangel Michael coming in. So it was because it kind of goes like that. It's like Jesus. Well, God comes and says, you ready? Okay, so he sends his son to you, like in dreams, or however Jesus comes to you. This is just how it goes. So that's why Jesus is the only way to the fuck. Okay, because, and the water is what pulls you in. Okay, so it depends on, if you want to look at it from Kabbalistic Tree of Life way, it doesn't matter, it's all the same. The water, Jesus, chesed, he brings you in through the right hand, because it's so appealing, it's comforting, it's truth. It's like, oh God, finally, you know. Like when I took metaphysics, I'm like, oh God, finally I'm not crazy. People they've been thinking these things for millions of years, or however, whatever. And talking like this, oh God, thank God, finally. So, and then you get passed off to Archangel Michael, okay, to kind of let you know that you're protected. And if you're a shaman, Azrael will come in at some point. And they depict him in a... And I don't watch things to where, oh, Grim Reaper, I don't look at cartoons, I don't... Whatever, okay? So, the only reason I look up things is because it comes to me and I'm trying to figure out what it is, so... and I talked about that in a dream where he was like a tree person with a dark cloak on, and his arm felt like a branch if it was skin, but mixed with a branch because it was kind of craggly, but not sharp. There was no thorns, but you could tell it felt woody, but it felt warm. And he just kept like extending his arm out. Like I remember I was like in this, like a void. It was just blackness all around me, and this door opened up like I was in an elevator. So it was just me in there, like in the corner. When the door opened up, I see this craggly, like cloaked, looked like a tree limb arm, and I'm like, And right when I had that feeling, he just extended it a little more, and I'm like, am I supposed to be afraid here? Is this okay? And then he just extended it a little bit more. He just not into the elevator thing either. It was like it was coming out of the side, just laterally, and he just extended it out more. Each time I felt afraid, he just extended it out a little more. So when I finally touched it, yeah, it felt like a tree, but it felt warm, like alive, okay? And he was very tall and solid, and it was all like black, real black, almost all the way black, and then the cloak and everything was black, very dark coming out of this. And it was just like, as soon as I did that, it was as soon as I touched his hand, what that symbolized was this release of fear of death and all. So it's like I just kind of floated out, and he like dissipated, was just vaporized, and I just kind of glided down this hallway a little bit, and then I woke up. It was so simple, but it was like so symbolic. Okay, so Archangel Michael came to me the night before, and then Azrael. So when I shared it on the video, I was like, I think it makes sense that they do that, because some people might be scared of Azrael. It comes first, and so Archangel Michael came, and he felt like just Terminator dude, like tall, thick, Austrian, and everything was silent communication. So they weren't actually even... When it's masculine, there's no really telepathic communication necessarily. It's more like they're just very stoic and supportive and just there, and you can release and express or think or whatever. I just remember when Archangel Michael was there. I'll find the dreams and I'll post them below, so you can know what I'm talking about. But because I was with the golden keys and the passageway to like help people transition. I think that was like telling me that this is one of the gifts that I have. One of the gifts that a shaman has is helping people transition. Okay. And the way and it's because they release their fear of death, and they have communications beyond the flesh. Okay. So they know that a spiritual pre-life, afterlife, it's the same thing. Alpha, Omega, that's, but the whole circle, the journey of life, but the birth and death, that's outside of the circle of life. And we know that it's real, and we know that it exists. And the angels come in to assist us to confirm that and to reassure us that we're not alone, that they're guiding us, protecting us, feeding us information to help us grow and learn, and just have that connection with Source, with God, just get stronger and stronger and stronger as everything else falls away. We get to know ourselves better. We learn about nature more, just through God guiding us and through observation and just being in tune. Okay, we learn about life through learning about our own body and our own experiences and nature and our interactions with God. And because as above, so below. Because this is all interactions, God interactions down here, okay? The lowest expression is the 3D, yes. But it's all still God. So anyway, that strength card, Leo, whenever I think Leo and Lion, it's just... and a star card. Archangel Gabriel. Oh, I don't want to... I love Archangel Gabriel. I don't want to start crying. Because just when I see this Four of Wands with the Four of Pentacles and the Strength card, the Star card. Okay, the Star was right after Archangel Gabriel. Okay, the Strength, Four of Wands is the happy home. And Four of Pentacles is like a fortress. Okay, that is the angel saying your heart is protected, your home is protected. Okay, the thing that you want the most, this happy home, this is all we ever want down here, okay? We want heaven on earth. This is what Four of Wands is. The angels just said that, heaven on earth. Exactly. So as long as we want this and this is the goal, and this is what we want to achieve, this is the top goal down here, is to just have heaven on earth. True heaven, divine, okay? Not, you know, the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So this Four of Pentacles is just saying, let us, the angels, okay, Team Benevolence, let us protect you. You just have your eyes on the prize, Violet, which is making heaven on earth. And as long as that's your goal, and you're putting God first, and this is your main goal, then you're protected. You're guided. You're going to be given the strength, the resilience, the fortitude, all that. This is the guidance, the Star card that guides you home. Okay? We're only not protected when we're not putting God first. And we're not victims. We have the power to put God first. So that's what we need to do. And what ended up on the top was Wheel of Fortune. So that goes very much along with the Star card, because that's like destiny, karma, the hero's journey. This is the dharma, the karma, the path, the soul reincarnation. This is the samsara. This is what we want liberation from. We want our mukti, our moksha. So we can get to the magic of the siddhi. That's where all the magic and beauty and mystery and all the benevolence, we have access to all the benevolent forces, and we're just basking in benevolence. So in order to have that and manifest that here on earth, we have to have that be our number one focus and priority and goal. Love, okay? Not being an engineer, or that's fine too, but just don't have that be your number one goal, right? And if you put God first, you'll be able to be an engineer and do all of it, because nothing is possible without God, and everything is possible with God. And this King of Swords, okay, this isn't the Page Knight, this is the King of Swords. So this is air. This is like just pure masculine. Okay, getting that ether, that to just channel that electric light codes from God. Okay, just God, give me the information, give it to me, and it comes in through the ether. King of Swords. This is your quest for truth, aligning with truth. So clearing that karma, that will happen when you just put truth as your number one priority. And what is truth? Love. 10 of Cups. And when you come into full alignment with that, then you are the master manifester with that Magician card. And Judgment, okay, just you using good judgment. You'll be assisted because it's Major Arcana, so you'll have the discernment and clarity that you need to help you focus and to help you manifest and help you all that, okay? And I have the Star card. Well, the Star card's Aquarius, that's right. I always want to say the Magician is, I mean, it could be because I mean, it's very spiritual. Aquarius, but actually the star card's Aquarius, but the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Yes. Alright, we'll leave it there. Did I show what was on the top? Oh yeah, Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, yeah. Alright. Love, peace, and blessings.